Welcome to Xero Hero, a short video blog from HBA Encompass aimed to make your Xero journey easier. Please note that all the slides today have been created from existing Xero training videos. Xero has rapidly changed in the past few years, so sometimes the pictures that are used are old screenshots or overseas versions. Where possible, each session is followed up by a live demonstration. If you have any queries regarding any content delivered today, feel free to contact me via email, victoria@hbaencompass.com.au or phone 0754 44 7094. Welcome to Xero Balance Different from their bank statement.
So let's have a look at something that unfortunately is reasonably common, and that's when the Xero balance is different from your bank account statement. It can be two reasons. One is that there's transactions in your Xero account against that bank account which don't exist, or the other is that your conversion balance or your opening balance when you set Xero up is incorrect. So if you go to your reconciliation report and you check that the actual bank balance is the same as what's on your bank statement, and it's not, we can correct the opening balance in the conversion balance is quite easy. And that's a matter of going to settings, general settings and conversion balances, and then just changing the actual bank account details here for whatever it needs to be. Generally, we don't suggest people change the conversion balances, that they talk to their advisor before they do it, because there may be a reason why the conversion balance is different, which may be to do with unpresented checks or unpresented deposits if you have them. If the other reason occurs, which is an error in an earlier bank rec, then what we do is we go to our bank reconciliation and we click on the statement exceptions up here. So you would start with the most recent month and then go backwards as far as you need to go to make it balance. But what happens when you click on that is down the bottom is it has lines there that are either manual or deleted. Now, the prime reason that we get bank accounts out of error is to do with transfers between accounts, where someone goes in perhaps to the smaller account and does the transfer from the GST account to the trading account and uses transfer, and then when they reconcile the trading account, they use the transfer button again rather than matching that transaction. So what that will do is put a double up in both bank accounts, and you'll find that the bank account will be out by that amount. The other reason may be that someone has gone into accounts receivable and put a payment of an amount against a bank account, which may be the wrong bank account, or that payment, when it's actually been reconciled, hasn't been matched to the deposit, so it's then told the bank account that we've got the same payment twice. So they will show up there as manual, and then it's a matter of going into the bank accounts, and we'll get to this in a minute, and undo and re-reconcile and fix it all up. It's actually quite an easy process to fix it, but if this line here is 50 pages long, obviously it'll take a little bit of time. So you can see here that we're suggesting that you move back under the bank statement tab and compare it, and then if you don't find an error in that period, you go back to the next month. As with everything with Xero, you can export it, so if you want to get a bit of paper and tick, 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 you can do. So moving on to remove and redo transactions, when you actually go into the bank transactions page, it's very simple. You'll generally find that the line errors that we're looking for that have been double entered or something like that will show up in orange on the status here. It won't say reconciled, it'll be orange rather than green, which makes them stand out really easily. So it's a matter of finding it, ticking, and hitting remove and redo. You can do it in bulk, so you can go down and find them all, but generally what I do, if it's a double up, perhaps a bank transfer, I would redo the reconciled and the unreconciled one, which will then take it out of both bank accounts, and then you go in and do one transfer and then find it in the next one and tick it off. So it's a much easier way of fixing the transactions. It doesn't remove the line from your bank account. All it does is actually puts it back to be re-reconciled. into the account transactions, tick on them, remove and redo. Where you've imported statements using the CSV button, they will actually show as black where it showed reconciled that was green before, and you can manually tick them and mark as reconciled. You may not have that feature, and if you do, then there is a help button to actually enable that mark and reconciled. Generally, accountants and bookkeepers are probably a little bit savvy and don't give some of these features to everyone, because we don't want you mucking it up. Not that I'm pointing anyone here in the room or on the webinar, but that's why you may not have these features. It's something that comes out standard from Xero that you can't do it, but if you ask for it, you can. My name's Victoria Berry. I'm one of the directors of HBA Encompass. So if you need to contact me, my email address is victoria@hbaencompass.com.au, or of course our phone number is 0754 44 7094. Thanks for listening.